This video is a tutorial for the Translator app. Just a note, I'm using the old Thunkable interface here. If you want to follow along, if you happen to have a new account, go under the settings, features, and make sure the drag and drop interface is turned off. So I'm going to go to my Thunkable projects. I'm going to create a new app here. I'm going to just call this, I'm going to create a new app, and I'm going to call it the Translator app. And what this app is going to be able to do is the user is going to be able to type in a phrase, click a button, and the app is going to speak the translation. So the first thing we need is a button. I'll drag it out here onto the screen. And we want to make sure to rename the button to make sure, following good coding practice, that we are accurately naming all of our components. We want to change the text so that the user knows what to do. We're going to need a text input. This is where the user is going to type in what they want translated. We can do a little design work here to make this a little clearer. We'll give it a margin so that they're separated a bit. We need some components that we're not going to be able to see on the screen, some invisible components. We need a text-to-speech that will show here below our screen that it's part of the app, and it will be a part of our invisible components in our app tree. And then we're also going to need a translator that we'll bring out here. And on our translator, we're going to set the source language. We'll keep it as English. The target language, what it's going to translate to, will be Spanish. We can do our coding now. Over in the blocks, we can pull out our translate button. So when our translate button is clicked, we want to do some translating. So we get into the translator, and we'll call this function to happen. The text that we want to translate will be the text that lives in the text input, so whatever the user has typed in before they click the button. And then the last part is we want the app to speak the translation. So we actually have to put this right when the translate is done, not under. So inside, that's a key piece. And what we want to translate is a result of the translate function. So we'll pop this in here so that the text will translate. When the button is clicked, the translator will translate the text in the text input, and the result of it, the text-to-speech will speak. Why don't we test this out? See, we'll do it in the as a different tab, as a sort of a web app. And so we're going from English to Spanish, and so we might say hello, happy, or how about good afternoon? Good afternoon, and let's see if this works.
Hola, buenas tardes.
It's not the greatest accent, but the app does in fact work.